Hey, I'm Stephanie Friesel, and I want to tell you about one of my favorite time management tools called time tracking. Time isn't money. Once you spend it, it's gone. So here's one of the tips to make the most use out of your time. Time tracking is a really powerful tool that allows you to see exactly where your time is going so you can see whether or not it's aligned with your values and your goals. Time tracking gives you the capacity to plan your day, your week, your month, even your whole year ahead of time. So let's take a look. Here is a live look at time tracking. So I'm just opening up my calendar. This is for the following week. There's some things in here, but for the most part, it's pretty much just an open deck. As you can see, I've labeled things just different colors. This is my morning routine where I take my vitamins, I meditate, I do my morning pages. I have blocks here for workouts. These are pink blocks here for work that I do in the afternoon, but for the most part, I leave things open in the mornings to do work as well, but I like to have a little bit of open space as things come up. So I'm just going to show you over off to the side here that these are all my calendars that I have set up. You can do these however you want. Give it a color that's pleasing to you. I have meal prepping, I have personal time, I have relationship time, social media, etc., etc. One thing I find really helpful is adding a travel section because that's one thing people do not take in account for is that they have to go places. So that is just dead space time that you don't realize that you need to track, but it all adds up. All right, so I'm just going to show you quickly how I would put things into this calendar, and you guys get to decide however you want to do it. So I'm just going to say that I have a session on Wednesday, May 10th, and this is my Dylan calendar. You can see it here, so I'm going to add session with somebody. And let's say it starts at 1 p.m. Let's give it 5 hours or so. Boom, she's in the calendar here. Now, because that's there, I'm not going to get to this afternoon block, so I'm just going to bump my afternoon block to the morning. Somewhere in there. That means my lunch break is going to have to move up, and these guys are going to have to move down. Now this is my end of day routine. This is where I usually just write down actions that I took, any abundance tracking. I just kind of take stock of the day. It's about 15 to 20 minutes, and I take the time to plan the next day as well. So, all right, so here's my session. Now I usually have to go places for this. So I'm gonna add a travel chunk in here. So now you can kind of get a picture of like how to allot the time. And then you can actually physically see via colors what your capacity is. So if you have to travel, also, I will probably do my hair and makeup. So let's allot even more time for this because usually I need to get ready. So I'm gonna give that 30 minutes. I'm gonna put it on my get ready calendar, which is pink and cute. Boom. And then when I'm done that, I also have to travel back home. About 30 minutes or so, depending on where I'm going. Oops, that's the wrong calendar. There we go, travel. Save. Cool, so you get the idea. This is how you time track, and it's really helpful to just kind of live and die by this calendar so that by the end of the week, you fill in what you did, here's your plan, but then by the end of the week, you can look at it and see what actually happened. And visually, you can see, okay, did I make my workouts? Yes, no, maybe. Did I have any personal time in the evenings? Did I start my evening routine at the proper time? You know, this is your mirror, essentially, that you can look back and see how you're spending your time and make adjustments as you go. And that's my tutorial. Bye!